So let's go back though. I want to go back to the shyness. How shy were you? You said you didn't talk. Because I literally used to not be able to talk at all. I'd get up on stage. I remember giving a 2-minute talk as a kid or a 30-second talk. I don't know how long it was. It was a really short one. And I was sweating profusely. I was terrified. I couldn't socialize. I was completely antisocial. What was it like for you?
I think I had super long hair, like probably down to my knees. Jeez. So I had very, very long hair, but then I was like insecure of it. So I would wear it up in a bun every single day. And I would wear like a jacket just covering my entire body because I knew I was like thin, right? And so, or people would be like, oh, wow, like your wrists are so tiny. And I would try to gain weight. I think my metabolism was just so fast. And yeah, so I think that was part of it. And then let's say in middle school, my dad basically, I feel like pressured me and my sister to play band. And I'm like, oh no, now I'm like the band nerd, right? So then I had like that label. And then I think in high school, then like another thing that kind of like enforced it was I realized like no guys would ask me out until the semester ended. And then I would get all these messages and they're like, hey, can I take you out on a date? Oh, you're so pretty. I'm like, you sat in front of me and I like asked to borrow your pencil and you never said one thing to me, and now that school's over, you want to ask me out. So I think then I think I developed the belief like, oh no, I'm not like girlfriend material. But at the time, I think now I realize that's like they were just afraid of being rejected, and it's easier to get rejected over text than it is in person.
It's also two things, because from a guy that used to work with guys, if you reject them while school's going on, they have to come in the next day and see you and be made fun of and have you tell everybody, right?
That's true.
And then there's a fear of loss at the end.
Yeah.
At the end, it's like, oh my God, I'm not going to see her anymore. So those two things kick up, and then finally they grow some balls.
Yeah. And you know, now that I'm thinking of it, I wonder if I was shy or if I was just afraid of being myself.
Isn't that the same thing? Or do you think it's different?
Well, I'm definitely not like introverted. Like I love people.
See, I look at it this way. The introverted people that aren't shy can get on stage, still speak, be a big energy when they need to be, but they need their recovery time. They're like, okay, time to relax, time to go read a book. I'm going to shut everybody out for a little while, then they come back.
Yeah.
Shy, truly shy is you ask them to go on stage and you ask them to socialize.
Okay, so it wasn't that.
Okay.
Yeah, because even I had like a time, like maybe like 1 or 2 people, and they're like, "Holy shit, you're not shy at all," and like you're so funny and witty and like playful and yeah. So and then I'll like talk their ear off for hours.
Nice.
So maybe it took me a bit to like feel comfortable to enough like, okay, I can feel seen.
And so after you got over this shy or introverted, whatever it was, and you started to become more outgoing, you started to travel the world as a solo female.
Yep.
And that's pretty courageous, actually. A lot of women are scared to do that.
Yeah.
I talk to a lot of women, and like one of their biggest things is safety, right? I hear this from women all the time: is I want to feel safe. I need a man that makes me feel safe. Was that a thing for you, or?
It really wasn't. And maybe I'm naive, but I think just having such a positive mindset and just really always feeling like felt so blessed to always just gravitate towards the right people, to where I felt taken care of, even if it was an abundance of people, like one person here and there. And so when I traveled, I'm just like, everything always works out for me. So, and of course, like I take precaution. I wouldn't drink when I go out travel, and I wouldn't be out super late. I would like book a hotel so that way the concierge is there. I would talk to everyone. Like, I would talk to the people that sat next to me on the plane. I would talk to my Uber drivers. I would talk to the baristas, and basically finding out where the safe space is to go that I can like walk around.
What's the most dangerous place you've been as a solo female?
Well, I've been to Morocco, but that was with one of my girlfriends. But they shot a girl a couple of days before we were supposed to fly out. And we're like, should we still go?
What'd they shoot her for? Oh my God.
She was a solo hiker.
Oh, just randomly, huh?
Yeah.
They robbed her or what?
I don't remember. I think she was, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. I don't remember, but.
I keep hearing how dangerous Colombia is, and I was just there not too long ago, and
Yeah,
I
I've been to
thought
Colombia.
everybody was so nice. Everybody
Yeah.
was so sweet. I don't know.
I realized every single taxi I was in Colombia, none of them had door handles. So that was a little like nerve wracking.
Interesting. I don't remember that.
Yeah, probably in case if you don't pay, then
Yeah.
you're locked
We're gonna
in
trap you
here.
inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And-
I mainly took Ubers, but yeah, a lot of them would pull up and they were taxis when I called the Uber. So I don't know.
I would say I guess I felt the most unsafe in Paris and Barcelona, which aren't typically like unsafe places, but I think Barcelona, there's just so many little back alleyways that are dark. So I was probably just paranoid, like, oh, someone could pop out at any corner.
Yeah.
And then at Paris, the whole stereotype, I felt like people were fairly rude, and so like not feeling comfortable. Yeah.
Interesting. Did you find people to be rude in Paris?
Well, yeah, I think the first restaurant I went to, I was like, ooh, what do you recommend? And then he was like, order the hamburger. And I'm like, no, what would you get? I'm here. And he's like, get the hamburger. And I'm
You
like,
American.
okay, yeah, like you American.
See, I got treated really well in Paris.
Wow. Did you try to speak French?
I don't remember. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I remember people saying that people were rude, and I got there and I was like, they aren't rude. They're awesome. You know Jason Ox?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went to
He's
Colombia and he
mastermind.
was like, yeah, I didn't like the people. I was like, how do you not like the people in Colombia? They're so nice.
Yeah.
But I think I find that happens. I love to socialize like you, and I find that happens a lot of places I go. Like when I went to Colombia, there was a coffee shop I go to every day. And there was the manager, this guy, and the two baristas, these two girls. And I remember just going in every day and having my morning coffee with this little dark chocolate they would give me. They give me extras, and I try to speak Spanish with them, and we would joke. And then one day I didn't show up because I was really sick, and he knew I was sick. And he went down to the next door hotel trying to find me to make sure I was okay.
Oh, that's cute.
And I thought, how sweet of him, because I wasn't at that hotel. I was at an Airbnb. And then at the end of the trip, I came down and they had a gift for me and a package, and they said they voted me their favorite customer.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, wow.
So why do you think that was for you to earn that?
Because I went in with an open heart every day, and when I
Yeah.
saw them, first thing I would do with an open heart. This is the key that everybody I think misses when they socialize. They don't know what an open heart feels like. They say the words from their head. There's no openness. There's no connectivity. There's no flow. And they say, hi, how are you doing today? And it's all up here, and it's not here. It's not like, oh my God, your smile's glowing today. Look at you. Oh my God. You enjoy people, and you be curious, like you said. And something about that just worked.
I remember when you did that experience in Banff, how you had two people come up and you told the guy, you're like, all right, now visually, like close your eyes. I want you to pretend you're a home, right? So you're a safe space for the woman, and then open up the door. And then the woman that was directly in front of him, she was like, oh my gosh, like I sensed that, like his heart opening.
Yes. Yeah. It's a real thing. It's not, you do it. You walk around mostly. I noticed. That's why I wanted you here with your heart open. And that's why you're having all these great connections. It's also fascinating that you go to all these places and you feel perfectly safe, and you are, because I do believe that we have attractor fields, and our beliefs create our reality. And you're very good at creating the reality you picture in your mind.